Let's go.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the FMF podcast. Yo, so we get ready to head into the new year, and I just been in the mindset of like I try to prepare ahead of time. So in November, I already started trying to get myself, my goals, all that stuff ready for the next year. And so I decided like, yo, this would be the best time to talk about how to properly prepare for the next year financially. Ooh. And for me, my process, and I'll just talk about my process. I start with the number that I want to make for the whole year. So let's just, we just throwing numbers out, but let's say if I want to make 100,000 by the end of 2022, I write that number down, and then I gotta break it down into smaller goals, because everything, you want to try to make everything seem as attainable as possible. If you look at like 100,000, you be like, damn, like I don't make 100,000, especially if you got a job where you only making like 50,000 or 60,000. True. How you gonna come up with that other 40,000? So when you write everything down, you planning. You planning for you're planning for your success.
Something obtainable, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you want to make it obtainable. So what you do is you write down your ultimate goal, which is how much you want to make for the year. After that, then you start breaking it down into smaller goals. So then what I do is I break it down into quarterly goals. So quarterly mean like every 3 months.
Yeah, so breaking down. So January, February, March.
Yep, that's a quarter. Then April, May, June is another quarter, and so on and so forth. Right. And so what I do is I break that $100,000 down, and I break it down into 4 quarters. So all you gotta do is take that 100,000 divided by 4, and now you got your quarterly goal. So then you break it down to the quarterly goal. I write that number down. Then after that, what I do is I break it down to a monthly goal. So then I take that 100,000, you divide it by 12. Now you got your monthly goals. So now you know every month this is the amount of money I need to make in order to stay on track for my goal. So then after that, I do weekly. So then, I really break it down, man.
It's what's needed sometimes.
Yeah, because you want to be able to stay on track, and if you make it further out, so if you did it, like if you just put a yearly goal down, you'll look in June and you'll be like, well, damn, how much money have I made? And then you'll look and be like, damn, like I'm way off track, and now you're trying to play catch up later on in the game. Right. Whereas if you break it down as detailed as possible, if you slack up one day, you be like, oh snap, I missed this day. True. Let me get back on track. Now it's more of like a psychological thing. So I break it down to a weekly goal. So you take your goal and you divide that by 52. Right. 52 weeks in a year. So now you got your weekly goal, and then I do daily. So then I go down, because I also it depends on like your industry and everything like that too. Yeah, I'm commission based, so I need to know how much every single day I need to make in order to get to my goal. So I break that down. So you take your number, you divide it by 365, and boom, you got your daily goal. And now what you do is now you got all your numbers. You got all your numbers down. Yeah. Now you take your streams of income. You write out your streams of income. So like for me, I got my financial coaching, you got podcast support group. So I would write those things down, and then, oh man, bro, like it take me like a couple of weeks. Like I'm still in the process of it now. But like I actually go and I take each one and I say, okay, so let's say financial coaching, I want to make 60,000. Then I want to make, let's say we do 15,000 from the podcast, and then 5,000 from the support group or whatever like that. Then you take it and you break those things down the same way.
Still need 20 more thousand.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We still got some more numbers. So we'll adjust the numbers as you go. but what you do is, the concept is you take the numbers and you do that same process with it now. So now you know, okay, when it comes to financial coaching, I need to be making this much every single day. Yeah. When it comes to the podcast, I need to be making this much every day. When it comes to support group, I need to make this much every single day, and then you just keep on going. You know what I'm saying?
This sound, the numbers always sound good. It sounds right, but understanding, so we have a mindset guy here. I mean, anybody can come with those numbers, and they sound good, and everybody wants to obtain something like that. What kind of mental state you gotta be in to be able to do this for 12 months, man? Right, not just because you take things day at a time. We all emotions. Some days you ain't gonna feel like doing this, but you have a goal that you got. Like you say, you have daily goals, weekly goals. Right. What type of mindset you need to stay in this? Because it sounds good to the natural person. They want to do this, but what type of mind need you to do this?
Because a lot of people get taken out from seeing that bigger goal. Say for instance, you break it down to daily. Come day 3, you ain't made the daily, then it's like, bro, I'm behind, I'm slacking, I'm fucking up.
Encouragement,
and now you beating yourself up, and now you don't have the momentum or the drive or the confidence to go for it. Like, so what would you say to that?
For me, it was this guy named Earl Shope who was the mentor for what's my man name? I can't think of my man name right now, but he's like a motivational speaker. And Earl Shope said that when you write a big goal out, you write it down, put in the envelope, put it in your desk, and then you forget about it. Okay. So that 100,000 number is already in my head. So now I don't gotta focus on the 100,000. I need to focus on the activities that'll get me there. So instead of focusing on the 100,000, that's just the planning phase, because you gotta have a plan. Okay. But now what I focus on now, all I'm gonna focus on is just daily and weekly stuff. Right. So instead of looking at 100,000, I might just have to look at the week. Oh, I just need to make like $1,000 a week now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that equates to, whatever a day. And so now what I do is, instead of focusing on like, how I'm gonna get to $100,000, because that seems so big, I just need to figure out how to make $1,000 a week now, which seems more attainable than doing, the 100,000. My math probably off, y'all, but y'all get what I'm saying. You make it down into a smaller, more attainable goal. And then what I do is, since I'm commission based and everything I do is revolved around sales, now I start planning out, okay, how do I get to X amount of sales a day? Or how do I get to, how do I get my podcast to a point where it's making X amount of dollars? And then that's where the bulk of the planning come in at. You know what I'm saying? Because what we just talked about, it only take like 5-10 minutes to do that part.
Yeah, the planning. So you talk about set the goal, make a plan, and then just focus on the execution.
Exactly. Focus. If you hit whatever your weekly goal is, you're gonna get to the $100,000. So you don't have to focus on like the big goal of $100,000. You just need to focus on, what do I need to do every day to get to my goal? You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
And so what I do is I write down like, okay, so if I need to make $1,000 a week, I need to focus on, that might mean 10, 15 calls a day. That might mean 3 to 4 appointments every single day. When it comes to podcasting, that might mean like, I gotta find a way to get 5 or 10 more subscribers every single week. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So then it's like, okay, now I know what that is. All right, how do I get the 5 to 10 subscribers? Oh, I gotta go, either I go live every single day, or I go and reach out to other podcasts. I'm gonna do a different podcast every single week to get new people to come on. So you start focusing on the activities that lead to the results. Because at the end of the day, man, you can't make people buy. We can't make people watch us. No. You know what I'm saying? But if you just focus on the activities, the success will come.
That sounds better.
So so you focus on. So what I do is I plan it out. You gotta have you have to have a goal. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have an end goal of like,
what do you focus on the goal or you focus on the work?
I'll focus on the work, the daily activities. But if you just working, but you don't got no goal or no plan in mind, you don't got nothing to work for. You know what I'm saying? When you think about that $100,000, the other big part of it is, what am I gonna do with this money? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to go on vacations, if I want to have X amount invested every single month, or every year I want to have that much invested. Like, you gotta write out your actual financial goals, but then also, man, why you doing it? You gotta have that why. That's something that's gonna keep you pushing.
That why don't be strong enough. That goes back to the mindset. Some people, they feel like you said on the third day, like, man, I ain't get it, and they'll be like, forget it, I ain't gonna even do it no more. Maybe that why wasn't strong enough. you gotta start to why you're doing this, because money sounds good to anybody. Everybody wants to be rich.
Exactly.
But I think one of the big things between the people that are really making them 6-7 figures is because their why was more passionate than the other person that was even talented than them. And the person could be stronger, had a better education, but they still lower at making a little bit of money. But the person that don't even have a college degree, they still figured out a way to get it because they're passionate, they're strong, they don't accept no.
A lot of time for them people, man, it's not about the money. You know
that's
what I'm
how
saying?
we worry about the money. That's a saying too. Don't worry about the money coming.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So that could be a factor too.
So that's why I say, like, just for me, I know I got bills and stuff I gotta pay. Right. I got things financially that I want to accomplish. So that's what that number is for. So that way I can do everything that I want to do throughout that year. I know that this number is going to take care of all of that. But outside of that, what keep me going on the daily activities is your passion for whatever you're doing. You know, if you're not passionate about it, and if you don't got something that just keeping you pushing, like you said, like, yo, that's why so many people, they do the New Year's resolution. I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna work out. The gym be loaded up. Then you go back in February.
I see it all the time.
That J be dry. You know what I'm saying? It's not strong enough, man. You gotta have something, you gotta have a real strong why you want to get these things done, or else it is just gonna fade and it's gonna fizzle, and then you're gonna be looking like, oh, the plan didn't work, or this didn't work, or that didn't work, when really it was you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, does this go into the same, I guess, subject that we're talking about now? Of course, doing your planning your year. I don't want to differ off too much, but do you believe that the passion goes in there and the why goes in there? Do you think people should go to fight to make money for their passion, or fight to get the money and be stable? Do you think, like, if that makes sense? Like,
no, I get what you're saying.
If something's saying that I really like doing this, I may like to be this best at this, but it only makes me $50,000, but I'm passionate about it, or I can do something I don't like and make $200,000. Do you think we should go for their passion, or do you think people should go for things that are more responsible to make the money in this next year?
I can't tell people what to do. Yeah. I tell people, for me, I follow my passion. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it doesn't make you a lot of money?
Even if it doesn't make me a lot of money. Long as it's making me enough to... And see, the thing is, it's about how hard you work, and do you stick with it long enough for it to blow up and to pop. You know what I'm saying? Because anything, man, it's people out here that's millionaires off of selling hangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, for real. So anything can blow up. It's just about how passionate are you. And I actually had this conversation with myself. I think it was like Saturday or Sunday. I had a conversation with myself, and I was like, man, Paul, like, yo, if you really want it, and that's why I've been planning everything out. I was like, yo, if you really want it, you just gotta go get it, man.
It's out here for you.
Like, it's you put the limit on yourself. Yeah. So if you follow your passion and you only making $50,000, that's because that's the limit you put on yourself. Like, bro, you know, personal trainers. There's people out here making probably like hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, training people, and then you got other people that's making $50,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So mindset. You got coaches that's making $50,000. You got people that's getting paid $1 million to sit down with people. Yeah. Right. So it's about the limit that you put on yourself.
I can see that.
And I'm just not to that point where, like, I'm gonna put a limit on myself for whatever I do. It's about, like, yo, how far can I keep pushing it? And I'm passionate about it, so it don't seem like work. You know what I'm saying? So that's my aspect. Like, if you comfortable and you making $200,000, man, that's a good ass living. You know what I'm saying? That's a good ass living. So if you comfortable with that, that's fine. But you might have to, if you go chase your passion, you might fall back to that $50,000 for like a little bit. But if you do the work and you understand, like, these two, let me tell you something, y'all. These two guys right here is the hardest working dudes
we all be working,
in the business, man. Like they be checking analytics, man. They stay checking me. Like, I'm the one that had the podcast first. They come check me like, yo, Paul, where your content at? Where your content at, Paul? Like, yo, get on it. Like, they really be working. They be grinding. And that's the type of dedication. When you love it, like this dude right here, he be editing. I like, yo, man, we should get somebody to edit videos. He like, man, I love doing it. Like, man, I don't got no problem.
Might as well.
You know what I'm saying? So you think about it, when you love stuff, it's natural for you to just be like, yo, how far can I push this? I made $50,000 this year. let me see if I make 100 next year. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the natural course, and you going to do it. You going to do it, man.
I just asked that question because I had a fight with that. Like you said, there's people that makes millions of dollars doing zippers and stuff like that. Oh, go ahead. No, wait.
So, I understand. I resonate with it.
Which part?
With this, like, because you'll see where it's like you can do this, and it's something that it can be a skill that you already developed and all of that, and it's like, all right. So what I see it is still settling, because it's like I could do this. It's easy. It's attainable. It's in front of me. So like, and yes, I can make more money now, but when you're building. So when it comes to the
potential.
Yeah. So when it comes to the planning side, when you focus on your passion, I see it as unlimited. So you might only be making from your passion, you could be only making, it could just be a side hustle right now. You could only be making a couple $100 here and there. You could be making just a few thousand throughout the year. But if it's your passion, don't stop it. Keep fueling it. And this is what I learned. You really are truly happy when you're making some type of progress. That's why it's good to have a goal. Because if you're not progressing, if you're not always improving, then you just feel stuck. You feel like you're wasting your time. So even if that's why there's a lot of millionaires who are unhappy. I read the story about the billionaire that killed himself. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, yo, you have
everything.
You have it. But it's not everything because you're not happy.
But what? Happy about how he's getting the money.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, I did this. It's there. It's built, and that's why it's good to have a circle, an inner circle, and don't detach from your loved ones and stuff, because that's how it becomes lonely at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, it will get confused about your dedication, your determination, but as long as you like, listen, all right, I'm focused on me and what I'm doing, but I still love you. Ain't no love lost. And like every now and then I can spend like an hour with you or something like that. Like I don't have to completely cut you off, because they always show it. Like the ones who do that, like you get rid of everything, just this tunnel vision focus. Once you got it, you like, who I'm gonna share this with? Who can I do this with? You know what I'm saying? Where's my fulfillment now that I have money?
Wow.
What else is there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What I want to ask Paul is, when it comes to the financial planning for the next year, I like to plan. I was taught to start in November. Now, with starting in November, you got the holidays. Yeah. So how do you financially plan in advance for the, like, what would you say towards like budgeting? Should you budget? Should you should you start early in this November, December range? Should you like, all right, so what I'm really trying to ask is, like, a lot of people blow like a lot of money around this time, right? Around this time.
Reason. That's a whole other subject I want to talk about.
We're gonna talk about that.
Oh, we have to. I want to dig into this.
But you also have, like, you got credit companies that are more willing to give you more money because they know you're gonna blow it. You know what I'm saying? So they'll give you more money. Jobs are usually more stressful, more hectic. You can get more hours. So like I see around this time is crunch time, so there's more money to be made, but there's more money being spent. What would you say towards the person that want to show their love, celebrate the holidays, but also plan ahead?
That's a good question. Me personally, I'm the type, if you say, which one do you feel like is more you? Are you the earner, or are you the more saver? Like I'm like, yo, I'm a saver, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing I really spend my money on is food. And I'm not even a big food person. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can't remember the last time I bought like clothes for myself. It's probably was like March or April. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I be rocking like the same stuff.
I'm the same way, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, I'll save and invest, and I'll still go out and earn more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the people that's going through the holiday season, man, everybody work different. If you're gonna spend the money, you need to be earning the money then. Like, if you a spender, then you need to be working your ass off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go out here. If you that type of person and you like to spend and you like to find the things, that's perfectly fine. But you gotta go out here and work your ass off.
Right.
And so, like, during the holiday season, what I see that happen, and like just me personally, I don't really celebrate the holidays like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still go out, chill with my family,
Yeah,
things
you show
like
love,
that.
but you're not really.
Yeah, like I'm not doing the Christmas
season.
stuff and all of that stuff. Like, I get some stuff for my daughter, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? I give money to everybody else. I don't really do like a lot of that other stuff, man. That's just not really me.
I'm the only one that is like, out of us, like, I'm a gift giver.
Yeah, he is.
Prizes. You know what I'm saying? I think about what you think about, what you like. I'm that type of person. It's all from the love aspect of me, but I am that type of person. So I definitely agree with that. What I stand on now is, just because you can buy it don't mean that you can afford it.
Ooh, talk to him.
Man, facts. What about
Yes.
my grandma used to say, "What you got champagne wishes and beer money."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, as soon as they get the money for the champagne, they use all their money to buy the champagne.
Man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's real,
That
man.
part. So for me, when it comes to the planning, is I automatically all the income that I get, I automatically put 10% aside, and I started strategically taking that 10% and putting it towards my credits. Like, if I got a credit card, I got credit cards.
Debt. Oh, debts.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah. So the 10% that I was gonna save anyway for me, what am I gonna do with that? I put it back to the credit. So it's like that money never goes nowhere. It actually is building my credit score. It's showing rapport. I'm paying early because every time I get paid, putting it towards it. So it shows that I'm actually making more incremental payments, and I'm more willing. They'll be more willing to give me an increase.
Yeah.
So every time around this time every year, they give me an extra. I done got like $4,000. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay,
Give me some of the money.
right.
Let me hold some. Let me hold some.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay,
Just because you get it don't mean you use it, y'all.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I got like $1,000 to spend then. So I'll do that. And then it's like, all right, now it still ain't showing that it's a loss or a hit, but I didn't have to put a whole 1,000 towards that in order to get 4,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it showed the credibility. So I'm big on using credit. If you're gonna go in this area, when you're gonna spend and stuff, I'm big on using credit, but using credit wisely, and not draining yourself. I've been on that end. I've done it. I've done it because I am a gift giver. I do like to express my love, and I've done it to where, like, I done bought wifey like 10 pair of Jordans.
God
like,
damn.
Yeah. Christmas tree
Hey,
full.
he's balling, y'all.
Christmas tree full. Like, I done
Oh,
did
man,
it.
let me hold some.
This man said 10 pair of Jordan.
Right. I done splurged. Splurged, right? I done spent thousands on the holidays before.
You've done it now, it's out of the way.
You know what I'm saying?
You done it. Yeah.
And now I'm like, not trying to be hard up, but I'm like, I got goals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like I want to express my love, but I ain't gonna do too much.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do the
You already
damage.
gave you a present for the year. You got married this year. That's your present.
What you should have did, you should have bought them 10 pair and gave him one every year for Christmas.
Yeah.
He was good for the next 10
years.
No, but
yeah,
I think that's a good topic, man. Like, yo, don't go. Please, man, do not go crazy during the holiday season. People get really depressed and stressed out. Like,
you shouldn't be celebrating at all.
I got a daughter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm lucky, man. I got such an amazing daughter where, like, she come, like, Christmas, she like, Daddy, like, if you want to give me something for Christmas, that's good, but you don't got to, because that's not what Christmas is about. It's about spending time with your family and your loved ones.
Yeah.
And I like, oh, I taught her right. Yes.
I taught her good.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
So, but, man, that's what the holiday season is supposed to be about.
Right.
It's just spending time with your family, man, getting up, man, and making great memories. not always about the gift. So don't go crazy during the holiday season.
Don't get caught in the hype, man.
Man, don't get caught in the hype. But I do want to mention, because you talked about planning and budgeting in November. I do that, and I start planning my new year in November. And the reason that I do that is I want to get a head start on everybody.
And if you got a head start in November before the holidays, then you already know what you're working towards. You already know what your focus is. You know what your aim is. And since you're ahead of the game, now you can look at it instead of, oh, that's on sale, let me go ahead and get that. Oh, that would look good for whoever. And now, you know what? Who would like that? Me.
Yeah.
So instead of going crazy, you know what I mean? Instead of going crazy, because what happens is around this time is a lot of impulse.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, there's a lot of discounts, there's a lot of sales, there's a lot of extra stuff out there.
It's not even really a discount.
It's not.
It's just making. I've been in retail forever. I've always thought it's a lot of mind play, man. It really isn't.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you, I've been in this for a long time.
Yeah.
They play with you, man. They go into the colors, the shape of the fonts. It's deep.
Yeah.
It's psychological warfare, man. He's telling the truth. Trust me, man.
So when it comes to that, like, you get control of your urges and your impulses by knowing where you're headed ahead of the time.
Yep.
So if you start planning in November or even sooner for the next year, then you know what you need to focus on. You know what you're aiming at. You know the target, and you know if I go crazy right here, right now, then that's gonna set me back already. You know what I mean? Instead of propelling me forward. And you want to be prepared. Preparation is like everything. So on top of that, make more money. Like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that you can do out here to make more money, especially around this time, especially with the weather. You can now you have, instead of just cutting grass, you can rake leaves. You can push snow. If you have a truck, I know a lot of people. This was mind blowing to me, but you can just buy one of those attachments for the little bulldozer Jones and push the snow out the way and get you like a contract.
Put on the back of the truck?
Yeah, on the front.
The front. Oh yeah.
And you over my building, it's a regular F1. It's like a 250, like big Ford Jones, a regular truck.
Yeah.
He put that attachment like he said, and he comes to the building where I work at, and he comes and just plows it out. He a regular dude, regular clothes. He just come and do that joint. He leave. It take him 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes. And he gone make money that quick.
If you got a truck, then a lot of people are moving around this time. You can start some type of side business when it comes to moving. It's a lot of ways for you to make extra money.
Tell the truth, Fred. Ain't no way for you to be broke this time. Tell the truth. Stop being soft with them, man. Stop being soft, Fred. There's no way you need to be broke in 2021. Tell the truth, man. Dang. Stop being soft on them.
A lot of people don't want to go outside because it's cold, so you got Uber.
Stop being soft, man. Tell them.
You got it, man.
Yeah, no. You got soft.
But what I'm gonna say is, that's why it's so important to have that goal, man.
Yeah.
Because if you write that goal out, man, my mentors always told me that, like, the power of just writing stuff out. Because now what it does is, Trey talk about it. Writing it down, you spelling it out, you casting a spell in your brain where it's like trying to figure out a way to get to this goal. I was talking to AJ earlier about my minute. All right. So I was talking to AJ earlier about my financial goal, and I was like, I came up. As of right now, I'm behind as far as how much I wanted to make in business.
It's okay.
But because of other things that I did, I'm still in line with making my end goal for the year, which is like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's because, like, when you write stuff out, you don't know where the money gonna come from.
Right.
But the fact is, you keep working on your daily activities, the universe is going to reward you somehow, some way. Right. And y'all know how I feel about the universe. It gives me everything that I want.
Talk back to you.
Yeah, all the time, man.
All the time.
But look, man, that's it. We just wanted to give you a couple of tips. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna cut it short. We can give you a couple of tips about how to start planning for the next year, man. So y'all make sure y'all go out here and get the job done.
All right, being lazy, man. Get the money.